Man, I can't make this up. Listen, I received a tab yesterday for a bill at a restaurant, and the total was $767.37. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you this story. All right, and the reason why I want to tell you this story is because I don't know if I did something bad. I don't know if I was the one in the wrong, or should I have paid it. I don't know. All right, I just need you to listen to this story, okay? Because I'm pretty sure and I got a lot of counselors and stuff that follow me, a lot of readers, a lot of people that's into psychology, and some of y'all know human behavior because y'all be people watching all the time, okay? So I need you to listen to my story, and at the end of my story, I need you to comment below and let me know who was wrong in this story. Was it me? Was it the girl? Or was it my friend? All right? Listen close to the story that I'm about to tell you. Turn the volume up on it right now. Don't miss a detail. I really need your feedback at the bottom. And listen, whoever get a feedback at the bottom of this, if you like their comment that they made, press like on their comment so we'll know who was right and who was wrong in this story. All right? So listen, I was sitting at home yesterday just chilling like at home like I always do. And I got a call from one of my homeboys. And this was around like 7:30, and I've been working all day on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that, putting out videos and whatnot. And I had wind down by that time. So when my homeboy called me, I was just chilling, just lounging, and he said, "Hey man, I got this girl up here, this restaurant or whatever, and man, she want to talk to you." Now my first impression was like, "Huh? Like what?" My reaction was like, what does she want to talk to me for? You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, this is my friend. I mean, of course, he's not going to steer me in the wrong direction, or he not going to set me up for a wolf ticket or nothing like that. And so I ended up saying, what she look like? How old is she? I mean, what am I getting myself into? And he was like, yeah, she, in her late 30s, black chick, light skin. She's cute, man. But I think she just want to really talk to you. And I'm like, well, what you gonna do? You gonna leave? You're like, yeah, I gotta go do something for my kids real quick, man. Just give her some of your time and just occupy her. I don't want to leave her here by myself because my baby mom's called me and I gotta go run and go handle my kid. And I just didn't want to leave her here all by myself. So can you please go up there and talk to her? And I'm like, cool, man. I'll go up there and talk to the girl. So I put my clothes on. I headed up to the restaurant, and I saw the girl, whatever. He gave me the description of what she looks like, and I just went to the table and I sat down and I'm looking at her. I'm like, wow, she is kind of cute. She was kind of cute, but knowing me right now, I'm at a point in my life, I'm not really dating that much like that. I'm still on my no fap, so I'm pure right now. I'm not trying to engage her and try to holler at her. I'm not trying to make her feel those type of vibes whatsoever. So my whole idea when I sat down at the table was just talk to her, just to get to know her. Because I don't know if my friend was probably talking about me, and me being a life coach. He probably told her, yeah, I know somebody you can talk to her. But I don't know what the situation really was. But I know that my friend wouldn't put me in a bad situation. So I knew this girl was more than likely she was going to be a positive person and good energy. Okay, so she had the table already eating. Okay, I can't remember what exactly she had, like some type of pasta, noodles, and then she had some wine and some other appetizers on the side. And I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Such and such told me to come up here, man. And I had to play it off. Big bro be playing it off. I got the gift of gab. Yeah, he gonna call me, what I'm saying, to handle things, you know what I'm saying, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, what is this about? So she started talking and asking me questions about, how old am I, and, how long I've been staying out here and stuff. Just normal, casual questions that you ask people, when you meet them. All right. And, we just having a real cool conversation, and she talking about, her lifestyle and her job and what she does for a living. She works at a bank and stuff like that. And, she has kids that are all grown up and they doing their own thing now. And again, this is a black chick, light skin, pretty, professional looking and all, and she gave off good vibes. And so, I noticed that like, she finished one glass of wine and then she got another glass of wine. This was a different type of wine. At first she had something that looked like Moscato, and now she had ordered like this. It was like a red wine or whatever. So I could tell like, okay, she getting kind of tipsy, and I'm on guard. I'm on guard at the time. I'm just like trying so hard, to try to make her get the impression that, I'm a professional guy. I'm not on that tip, because I know most girls, they immediately stereotype you, especially if you're a decent looking guy, and you black. You know what I'm saying? You get stereotyped immediately. You don't get a chance, to redeem yourself and to show how, you are a good person. Okay. So the whole time while she talking and while she drinking, I'm looking at her, but I'm not really smiling like that. I'm not trying to get close to her or nothing. I'm just talking. And, most of the time when she was talking, I was just kind of like looking away, like trying not to make deep eye contact with her. I'm just trying to like, diffuse any type of bad vibes or whatever that she might be feeling since she's drinking wine. So I'm just looking around and stuff like that on my cell phone. She talking. And, we just having a casual conversation. Just a casual conversation like grown people, and, I'm just, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Really? I'm on that tip. And so the next thing I know, by the way, I've been to this restaurant before. I've been there before. So I can kind of like eyeball some employees, and, they know me too, because I done went there like a couple times before. I just never seen her there. And I don't know if my friend went there before. He just happened to be there with her that day, and he told me to go and occupy her that night. Okay? Moving forward, listen close. So the next thing I know, like, I noticed that she was done eating. She was done eating because she didn't like, she just kind of put her fork on a plate and just kind of bounced back and just had a glass of wine. I know she was done eating. So now she got this like exotic type look going on, like where she's like sitting back with her legs crossed and it's like drinking the wine, and it's like the little smirks, like, like yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. And I can feel a little bit of energy. I'm not trying to say she was coming on to me or nothing, but I could feel a little bit of energy in there, and it was kind of like making me feel those masculine vibes where it's like, okay, like I'm about to come out of my cave. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to come out of my man cave now. What's cooking? But I didn't. I still kept myself on my leash. And so the next thing you know, the waiter comes over and he drops the receipt on the table and he puts it beside me. Now, mind you, I don't even have nothing but a glass of water, right? I'm not eating nothing, no appetizers, no full course meal, no wine, no alcohol, nothing. I got water right there in front of me. And so I'm looking at her, because I'm like, I didn't want to slide it over and be rude, like, here, this ain't mine, it's yours. The tab was just sitting beside me at the table, and I'm just like right there, still talking to her though. I'm still talking to her, but I'm pretty sure that she's seen that the waiter put the tab beside me, and I didn't have nothing. So I was just expecting her to say, you gonna hand me that tab? You know what I'm saying? And so time went by, like 10 minutes went by. We still talking casually or whatever, and I'm getting in that mode like I'm about to bounce. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm about to bounce. I don't know if she done drinking or whatever, but she was by herself when I arrived, and she gonna be by herself when I leave. So, I just so happened to look at the tab because I'm still trying to keep the conversation going, and I look at the tab and I'm like, what you eating on? Da, da, da. And the first thing I looked at was the total. I'm like, 760. I told her just like this. I was like, I said, your turn. I was like, it's $767.37. And I'm just like, damn, what you eating? And so at the time I'm looking at the stuff that she got on. I'm just being nosy at this point. She's still over there drinking her wine, just like looking at me and stuff. And I'm just like, what you like? And I see the glass of wines on there. She had three glasses of wine. She had two. I think she had two Moscatos, and then she had one red wine. And so the food that she ordered was some high class expensive stuff. I don't even know how she found that on the menu, because mind you, all the times I done been in that restaurant, I ain't never seen a full course meal that costs like, one costs $200 and the next one costs $300. So I'm like, something not adding up right. How you got meals that cost hundreds of dollars and I only see you with this plate of pasta, and then you got this little appetizer, these little d'oeuvres over here on the side, then I seen you drink 2 glasses of wine. I'm like, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, did my homeboy get some food, or did he order something? You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to say that because I wasn't paying the bill. I was just thinking in my mind, like, who orders this stuff? Because the food's on there, I didn't even know how to pronounce them. So I just slowly just like reach it to her so she can see. And she looking at it like, okay. And we still talking or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, good. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of relieved now because she got the tab beside her now. I mean, it's not mine. So the next thing you know, like I started to say, you know, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to roll out. And I'm like, it's getting late. You know, I got to go home and handle some business. You know, I got things to do tomorrow. And so she looked at me and was like, so you're not gonna pay for it? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I mean, I ain't say no like that. I was just like, I paused for a second, like, pay for what? She was like, you're not gonna pay the bill? And I'm like, I didn't know you wanted me to. And so this is what I did. So like, me being a good guy, you know, I got good energy. I even pulled out my wallet, like, because that's what I naturally do for people that are nice and respectful. I pulled out my wallet and I just opened it up. And I just stopped while opening my wallet. And it dawned on me like, Trent, this is not your bill. You're not going to pay for this. So I closed my wallet back and I put it back in my pocket. I was like, I didn't order nothing. I didn't order nothing. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I ain't order nothing. I'm just drinking a glass of water. I was like, that's your bill. And she was like, really? I was like, yes, really. She was like, come on, you can pay for it. You got it. I'm like, no, I mean, I do got it, but that's not I didn't order nothing on that tab. That's not my stuff. I was like, did he order something when he was here? And then she's kind of like, I don't know. She kind of like playing it to the left, like, you're not going to pay for it, really? And I was like, no. And so she gets up and she goes to the bathroom. And so when she got up with a little attitude and she went to the bathroom, because I seen her when she went and I know where the bathroom's at. She went to the bathroom and I started calling my homeboy like, yo, bro, like, man, what's up with this girl? Like, who is this girl? I mean, what you got me into right now? Because she just got a tab that cost $767. I'm like, bro, you get something? He was like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, the waiter put the tab beside me. It was $767, man. Come on, man. She was eating when you left, right? He was like, word? I was like, yeah, word. And he was like, she asked you to pay for it? I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, what you eating? I'm like, I'm not eating nothing. I'm drinking water. I didn't order nothing. I was like, bro, you gonna handle this? You gonna handle this tab or whatever? And by this time, she coming back in and sat down. So I didn't want her to hear my conversation. So she sat down. I get up off the phone and I walk outside or whatever. And I'm just talking to my homeboy. I'm like, man, you gotta come back up here and handle this, man. This is not my problem. And then my friend was like, man, I don't even know her like that. I just met her like tonight, you know, and then she wanted to go and get some food. So we went to go get some food. I'm like, who was we? I'm like, did you get some food? He like, no, I ain't getting no food. I'm like, well, why the tab come up to $700 something? And it's like these foods on the menu and stuff like that. Did she order something earlier before I came? I don't even know. I was like, he was like, man, I don't know. He was like, man, I don't know nothing about that, man. I just left, man. You know, I'm with my kids right now. I gotta talk to you later. I'm like, all right, man, it's all good. And he was like, just go back up there, just don't pay it or something, you know what I'm saying? Or go tell the manager or something. Like, okay, sound good, you know, I might do that. But me, I'm just like, dang, man, he put me in a bad situation. So I go back to the table where the girl at. She's sitting there just, you know, still drinking her wine or whatever. And then she just looks at me when I sat down. She was like, you're not gonna pay it? I'm like, no. I'm like, ma'am. At this point, she ma'am now. I'm like, ma'am, this is not my food. I didn't order nothing on here. And then she said, really? You don't want this? And I'm like, want what? I'm like, a tab? Like, then she gets up and then she grabs her pocketbook and then she just like hauls off into like some area where it was a group of people in a lounge area like across from us or whatever. And I'm just like, wow. So she left me with this tab or whatever, didn't pay it. And then the manager, not the manager, but the waiter came back over, was looking for the money. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, man, look, I just got here. This woman, I don't know. She not going to pay it. I don't know. And then he was looking at me like, what do you want me to do? So I'm just like, man. So at this point, I'm just texting my boy like, yo, man, I'm about to walk out, bro. I mean, I don't know nothing about this. I'm about to walk up out of here. And then he was just like, man, nah, man, just tell the manager what's happening, man, and like see if he, And I'm like, all right. So I called the manager up. Now, mind you, I see the girl over there talking to some white guy at this point, but she's still kind of looking at me like, see if I'm paying the tab or whatever. And this white guy, you could tell he was trying to hit on her. He had his little drink in his hand and he was just smiling and stuff. And I'm just like, wow, like, it wasn't my girlfriend. So like, I'm not mad that she's over there talking to a stranger. And so I called the manager come over and he like, what's the problem, sir? I'm like, look, man, I just got here. This girl that was here when I got here, I don't really know her. She's just somebody that I met through a friend. She had ordered food. She ordered wine. She's over there. She didn't pay her bill, and just because I'm sitting here, the waiter put the bill beside me, and I don't have no food, bro. I'm like, I'm not paying this, bro. I'm like, this is $767 for a dinner. I'm like, I'm not paying this. And he was like, well, what do you want me to do? I mean, I'm like, man, can you understand that she needs to pay her own bill? He was like, sir, I'm not gonna, I don't have anything to do that. I'm like, well, man, I'm gonna walk out. I was like, I'm gonna walk out, man. I mean, I don't know this girl, man. She just got up and walked over there and went over there and talked to those people, He was like, I understand. He was like, what's your name? I told him my name and stuff like that. I told him I live around here and I just casually came out here to talk to somebody who wanted me in a conversation. This is not my bill though, He's like, he went back and started talking to the waiter guy and all this and that. The waiter didn't even get a tip. I ain't even tipped the waiter because I ain't eat nothing. So he talking to the waiter, and the manager, he knows me a little bit because I came in a couple times before. So he kind of faintly know me, but not 100%. So he came back and he was like, all right, man. He was like, all right, man, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you slide this time. I'm like, well, you ain't letting me slide. I ain't even ordered nothing. You letting her slide. He's like, well, you know what I mean, man. Don't worry about it. It's on me, and don't worry about it. Just have a good night. And I'm like, cool. So I'm smiling now, like I'm chilling now. I'm really about to get up out of there now. So the girl comes back. And the tab is still sitting there. And she's standing over me now looking like, you didn't pay for it? I'm like, no, I don't have to. And so she stomps out the door, this time the front door, and like, fine, I'm going to my car, bye. And I'm just like, bye? Like, I don't even, what you mad at? And so she hauls ass to her car, out the door, or whatever, and she's looking mad, stomping out, and stuff like that. And I'm just giggling like, I'm looking around at other people's table like, did y'all see this shit, yo? I lock eyes with the waiter like, you see that shit? Like, that ain't, what? So, the question I want to ask you, man, was I wrong for not paying that bill? Was I like, turning her on by just sitting there and just talking to her like a man? Or, was she wrong by expecting me to pay for it? And she know I didn't order no food. She knows she haven't never seen me before or anything. She just heard about me through the grapevine of my homeboy. Or was my homeboy wrong for like putting me in that situation? Now, mind you, he didn't really know her either. He just met her that night and she wanted to go get something to eat. Do you think he got something to eat and he lied to me? Or do you think that he noticed that she was full of it and that's why he left? Did he really have to go see his kids? Was he really telling the truth? I need you to let me know, leave a comment, let me know, man, who was wrong. Because, listen, I'm coming to you now. I'm coming to you to get your undivided advice, all right? Let me know if I did something wrong, or was it girl, or was it all of us? Who was wrong in that situation, man? Who was wrong in that situation? Comment below. I want to know what you think, all right? Other than that, man, it's your big bro Trend. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to get more exclusive videos. Look, check out my Money Vortex video right here, man. If you haven't got my Money Vortex course, you're missing out. If you're a chosen one, you don't got that yet, you're missing out, all right? Also, do you want to be a part of my crypto team? We about to do our next call tomorrow, all right, on our Zoom. If you want to get on in the Zoom and you want to get into this cryptocurrency and you want to earn money, enough money to be able to pay for her tab, which is $767.37, you need to get into crypto with us, man. All right. But sign up below at the very bottom where it says become my Patreon. Get into crypto today. At least get in it today so you'll see what the call is like tomorrow, and you can always opt yourself out. But anyway, make sure you click those links at the bottom. Leave a comment below. We're going to vote and see who has the best comment, and was I wrong? Did I do anything wrong? It's your big brother Trend, man. I can't make this up. See you in the next video. Peace.